Well, according to the IRS, last tax season, more than 213 million of all filings were done electronically. For individuals, it was closer to 94%. Back in the early days of online filing, there was nowhere near that many who did it. And it wasn't without its problems. Probably why. Probably none more than unique, though, or no more unique, I should say, than the letter one lieutenant colonel based in Mountain Home received from the IRS 25 years ago. And if you think being good with numbers is the best way to survive tax time, wait till you see the numbers this family had to deal with in this 208 Redial from 1999. Here's John.
Take a good look at Stephen Rissling. How old could he be? Older than his twin brother Neil?
He's older than me.
That depends on who you ask. Like his dad, Lieutenant Colonel Eric Rissling.
And dads probably know the ages of their kids and whatnot.
Well, we thought we were pretty sure about it.
Until he electronically filed his taxes this year, including a $400 child tax exemption for Stephen.
This is what says it was rejected.
A notice sent straight back to headquarters. So Eric filed right back again.
Came back rejected one more time, apparently because he was over 17.
How much older than 17?
Well, apparently 98 years.
Seems the Social Security office had recorded 5-year-old Stephen as being born September 18th, 1883.
That would make him 115.
115.
Yikes.
I started working for Social Security in 1974. I haven't seen any like this one.
District Manager Dennis King says it was probably an errant keystroke at Social Security that accidentally set Stephen back 110 years.
He's pretty limber for 115, huh? Boy is 115, but he does have incredible artistic talent already. What's the other one there?
Let's see. I'm told that's a pig.
And this is his birth certificate, proving Stephen a normal 5-year-old boy.
Beyond a reasonable doubt.
Dad can't believe it happened to him.
But I feel I can't lose in this case because either we'll get the $400 tax exemption for him if it's correct, or he's got an awful lot of Social Security payments coming to him.
Either way.
We're filing by paper this year, though, rather than electronically, just to make sure.
John Miller, Idaho's News Channel 7.
Okay, so did the Rislings get their child tax credit? Yes, but it wasn't without some stress. We were able to track down Lieutenant Colonel Rissling today. He retired from the military about 12 years ago and went to work for NASA for about 10 years. He's now 2 years into full retirement and living in Yorktown, Virginia, which is one of the original colonies set up in the Commonwealth back in the 1600s, which might explain the issues we were having today trying to connect with Eric Rissling. Perhaps Yorktown's technology is still stuck in colonial times.
IRS has never really told us completely why, but they did finally determine that Steve was not 106 or 116, but was in fact 6 years old.
Like you work for the U.S. government, so this shouldn't have been a big problem.
Well, I mean, we've never really figured out why, but we suspect it had to do with the fact that he has a twin brother, and they were born in Holland while we were over in Europe. And they were born on what's called on the economy in the civilian hospital there in Holland, which gave them a Dutch birth certificate. And then I had to go down to the U.S. consulate's office in Amsterdam and register them as Americans born abroad. And
that was when we lost Eric. We couldn't get Zoom to work either, so we were kind of left using FaceTime, as you saw, and it was just a whole thing. Anyway, he was able to get in his last his 3 years. He did tell us before that went away, his last 3 years, or his only 3 years, stationed Mountain Home, one of his family's favorite assignments, so that's good. As for Stephen, his son, the IRS claimed was born in 1883 and not 1993. Well, he's not 141 today, but 31, and working at the nuclear power plant in Surrey, Virginia. His brother Neil is in the military as well. But maybe if there was some freak accident at the plant where Stephen gets exposed to enough radiation, he could possibly live to 141 years old. I don't know. At least that's how I understand it from the Marvel movies.